Welcome to the journey of world discovery. Today I will take you to a country with an unimaginable mythical civilization. Close your eyes and imagine, you are standing on the white cliffs of Santorini, the deep blue Aegean waves lapping at your feet, carrying the whispers of Poseidon from thousands of years ago. In the distance, Mount Olympus stands tall like Zeus's throne, and somewhere, the smell of olives blends with the rebetiko singing from a small taverna nestled on the shore. Welcome to Greece, the cradle of civilization, where myths live forever, the sun embraces every dream, and every stone tells an epic tale. With more than 6,000 islands scattered like pearls across the Aegean Sea, sparkling marble temples, and people as warm as a cup of spicy ouzo, Greece is more than just a destination, it is a symphony of nature, history, and culture. Do you hear the call of Athena, inviting you to embark on an immortal journey? Today we will explore every corner of the land of the gods, from the sparkling beaches, the majestic Acropolis, to the bustling Sirtaki and the fragrant aroma of souvlaki. Are you ready? Take a deep breath, let the salty sea air and the scent of oregano fill your lungs, and join me in Greece, where dreams meet reality. Let's start with Greek nature, a masterpiece painted by the gods with fire, water, and wind. With more than 13,000 kilometers of coastline and 6,000 islands, Greece is where the Aegean, Ionian, and Mediterranean seas blend in emerald green, sparkling like the eyes of Aphrodite. In Santorini, white cliffs with blue domes embrace the sea, where the sunset is as brilliant as the fire of Helios. Imagine yourself standing on the cliffs of Oia, the sea breeze caressing your hair, and the sun melting into the ocean, dyeing the sky orange, pink, and purple. Do you want to watch that sunset, feeling time stand still? In Mykonos, Suru Beach with its fine white sand is where you can dive into the coral reef, encounter hidden octopuses and schools of fish sparkling like pearls. Do you dare to dive deep, listen to the waves tell the story of Aphrodite born from sea foam? The Greek sea is not just beautiful, it has a soul, as if Poseidon is still watching. In Crete, the pink sand of Elefantisi is where you can walk barefoot, feel the silky sand and the gentle waves. Think of kayaking through Belos Bay, where the blue sea meets the sky in a picture-perfect way, and the Kri-Kri ibex peek out from the cliffs. Want to glide across the water, feeling like you're flying? In Zakynthos, Navajo Bay, with its legendary shipwreck nestled in the white cliffs, is a wonder. You can paraglide from above, see the blue sea from Hermes' perspective, or swim with the caretta turtles, the Greek guardians of the sea. Do you hear the Aegean waves, like a song of the ocean, calling you to join in? But Greece is not all about the sea. Mount Olympus, the highest mountain in Greece, 917 m, is the throne of the gods. Want to trek through misty trails, smell the pine trees, and feel the breath of Zeus? At the top, white clouds swirl like mythical tales, and you can see the Aegean Sea sparkling in the distance. In Meteora, 14th century monasteries built on rock peaks seem to float in the sky, where the wind harmonizes with prayers. Imagine standing in the middle of Meteora, feeling like you're touching the heavens, with rocks telling stories of faith and perseverance. Want to climb a monastery and hear the bells ring? The Samaria Gorge in Crete, 16 kilometers long, takes you through ancient cypress forests, cool streams, and towering cliffs. You will hear birdsong, smell wildflowers, and feel the rocks beneath your feet tell stories of ancient heroes. In Rhodes, Sambuca Beach with its golden sand and crystal clear water is where you can lie down, listen to the waves, and dream of the Knights of St. John. In Naxos, olive groves and green hills lead you to the ancient temple of Apollo, where the sunlight shines through the stone pillars like a greeting from the sun god. Do you want to walk through the village streets, smell the ripe olives, and feel Greece come alive with every breath? Greek nature is more than just scenery, it is mythology, it is soul, waiting for you to discover every beat. Greece is the cradle of Western civilization, where history and mythology are interwoven like golden threads. Did you know that the alphabet you use today originated with the ancient Greeks? More than 3,000 years ago, the Mycenaean civilization built the mighty fortresses of Mycenae, where King Agamemnon led his army to the Battle of Troy. In Knossos, Crete, the Minoan palace with its legendary labyrinth still echoes the story of the monster Minotaur and the hero Theseus. Would you dare to enter the labyrinth and hear Theseus' footsteps echo through the stone walls? The colorful frescoes in Knossos, with images of dancers and bulls, tell a story of a glorious era. By the 5th century BC, Athens had become a center of philosophy, art, and democracy. The Acropolis, with its magnificent Parthenon, was a symbol of its golden age. The white marble columns glistened in the sunlight, whispering to the goddess Athena, the city's protector. Would you like to stand on the Acropolis and touch the stones that bear the traces of 2,500 years of history? At Delphi, the temple of Apollo, where the Pythia once prophesied fate, was an ancient spiritual center. Do you hear the gods whispering from the stones, inviting you to explore the future? During the Byzantine period, Greece shone with its magnificent churches. In Thessaloniki, the Hagia Sophia with its golden mosaics tells a story of faith and art. Would you like to step into a church, see the light shining through the mosaics, and touch the heavens? After centuries of Ottoman rule, Greece gained independence in 1830, becoming a modern nation. In Nafplio, the Palamidi fortress on a hill tells the story of freedom fighters. Would you like to climb the 999 steps to the fortress, look out over the Aegean Sea, and hear the wind tell stories of the old days? In Rhodes, the ancient city with its massive stone walls is a legacy of the Knights of St. John. You can walk through the Street of the Knights, listening to the sound of their boots on the stones like the footsteps of the knights. In Olympia, where the Olympics were born, you can stand in the ancient stadium, imagining the roar of the crowd cheering on the athletes. Would you like to run a lap on the track, feeling the Olympic spirit come alive? Greek history is a river, flowing through the twists and turns of myth, war, and philosophy, waiting for you to wade in and explore every drop. Let me take you to Greek culture, a symphony of music, philosophy, and warm hearts. Have you ever heard the bouzouki playing in a taverna? It is the heartbeat of Greece. With its bittersweet, rebetiko melodies, the bouzouki tells stories of love, pain, and hope. Imagine yourself in Athens' Plaka Square. A bouzouki artist with burning eyes invites you to dance soutaki. Hand in hand, you spin to the beat, your feet dancing on the cobblestones, feeling the Greek soul pulsing in your every step. Do you dare to dance to the immortal rhythm? Greek, one of the oldest languages in the world, is poetry in every syllable. People greet each other with "Yia so." Hello, like a warm hug. Would you like to learn a phrase like "O cosmos enio morphos"? What a beautiful world! To share joy with a smile. Greek philosophy is the fire that illuminates humanity. In the coffee houses of Athens, you will see people passionately debating the meaning of life, as Socrates once asked, "Who am I?" Would you like to sit down, sip Greek coffee, and engage in a philosophical debate? Greece is famous for its philoxenia hospitality, which means love of strangers. A family in Crete might invite you in, serve you a glass of spicy ouzo, and tell stories about their grandfather, a fisherman who braved stormy seas to feed the village. Traditional art is a treasure trove of Greece. In Metsovo, hand-woven carpets with red and green patterns tell stories of the mountains. Would you like to sit next to an old woman, watch her weave each thread, and hear stories of your ancestors? In Meteora, Byzantine holy paintings shimmer in gold, telling the story of faith in every stroke. On islands like Naxos, you will see women applying henna at weddings, with intricate patterns that are a blessing. Greek culture is an invitation: come, live, love. Can you feel the heart of Greece opening up, calling you into this big family? Now, let's go to Athens, the heart of Greece, where the past and present blend like a soutaki. Imagine yourself standing at the foot of the Acropolis, looking at the magnificent Parthenon, where the goddess Athena was once worshipped. The white marble columns sparkle in the sunlight, telling the story of the Golden Age 2,500 years ago. Would you like to climb the Acropolis, touch the stones that bear the traces of philosophers? At the Temple of Zeus, the giant stone columns stand tall, reminding you of the power of the gods. Can you hear the wind whispering through the columns? Plaka, with its narrow streets, white houses, and bright red bougainvillea, is a place where you can get lost in a vivid picture. The aroma of Greek coffee from small shops, the laughter of children playing on the street, and the friendly eyes of an old woman selling olive rings will make you feel at home. Would you like to walk through Plaka, stopping to watch a woodcarver? Monastiraki Market is a symphony of colors, stalls filled with green olives, oregano spices, turquoise bracelets, and tiny statues of Apollo. The cries of vendors, the smell of toasted pita bread, and the smile of an old man selling thyme honey make you want to stop forever. Would you like to try a spoonful of honey, to taste the sweetness of the Greek mountains? Syntagma Square, with its Evzones in traditional dress, white pleated skirts, and red shoes, is the pulse of Athens. Want to stand in the crowd, watch the soldiers march and sink, and feel the Greek pride? At night, Athens comes alive. The Syri district is filled with tavernas that resound with bouzouki, serving plates of maize and spicy ouzo. Want to sit under the lights, sip ouzo, listen to rebetiko music, and chat with locals about life? Athens is a place where history meets modernity, inviting you to join the vibrant flow. Greece is not for sightseeing, it's for living, for touching the souls of the gods. In Santorini, you can sail through the caldera, gaze at the white cliffs, and listen to your guide tell stories about the volcanic eruption 3,600 years ago. Do you want to glide across the sea, feeling like you're flying on Poseidon's horse? In Crete, the archaeological tour of Knossos takes you into King Minos's labyrinth, where frescoes tell stories of dancers and bulls. Do you want to stand in the labyrinth, imagining yourself as Theseus facing the Minotaur? Love adventure? Try climbing Mount Olympus, conquering the mountain of the gods. You will walk through pine forests, cross cool streams, and stand on the top of Myticas, where white clouds swirl like a council of gods. Do you hear the sound of the wind, like Zeus greeting? In Zakynthos, dive in Navajo Bay, touch a shipwreck, and swim with the turtle caretta. Imagine passing by the turtles, seeing their gentle eyes in the clear water. Would you like to swim with these guardians of the sea? In Meteora, visit the rock monasteries, listen to the bells, and see the sparkling mosaics. Do you want to climb a monastery, feel the silence of faith? Samaria Gorge in Crete is where you trek through cypress forests, cross streams, and watch eagles soaring over the cliffs. In Rhodes, walk through the ancient city, hearing the sound of boots on the rocks like the call of a knight. Want to learn how to make moussaka in a cooking class in Athens, mix bechamel sauce, roast eggplant, and laugh with a local chef? In Naxos, you can take a Graviera cheese workshop, smell goat milk, and learn the secrets of farmers. Greece is a place where you can live in the moment, from the waves to the smell of olives. Greece is a dance of festivals, where joy explodes like fireworks over the Aegean Sea. The Carnival of Patras is a dazzling parade of dazzling costumes, music, and dance. Would you like to dress up as Dionysus, dancing in the streets and laughing? Easter is the soul of Greece, with thousands of lit candles, dazzling fireworks, and the scent of tsouriki, sweets flavored with orange and nutmeg. In Corfu, you will see people throwing ceramic pots from their balconies, symbolizing the warding off of evil. Would you like to hold a candle, bask in the light, and hear the church bells ring? The Athens Epidaurus Music Festival brings opera, classical drama, and bouzouki to ancient stone theaters like Epidaurus, where the acoustics are perfect. Sit under the stars, listen to a rebetiko song, and feel the Greek spirit. In Santorini, the wine festival invites you to taste sweet vinzanto, dance sirtaki on the beach, and watch the sunset. In Chania, Crete, the olive festival is where farmers share freshly pressed olive oil and party under ancient trees. Want to raise a glass of vinzanto and join in the islanders' merriment? In small villages like Arachova, local festivals with traditional dances and Greek bagpipes bring the scene to life. Each festival is a heartbeat, inviting you to the music of Greece. Enter Greek street food, where every bite is a kiss of sunshine. In Athens, souvlaki stalls sell fragrant roast pork, sandwiched in pita bread with creamy tzatziki sauce, crispy onions, and a squeeze of fresh lemon. The smell of grilled meat, oregano, and garlic makes you want to take a bite. Can you smell the aroma wafting through the air? In Thessaloniki, gyros with golden roast pork, tomatoes, onions, and mustard sauce is a street food that will make you forget your way home. One bite of gyros, and you're in the heart of Greece. Varvakeios Market in Athens is a taste bud paradise. Try Loukoumades, small donuts drizzled with thyme honey and sprinkled with cinnamon, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, like a sweet hug. Want to bite into the crispy crust and feel the honey melt on your tongue? Tyropita, puffed cheesecakes with savory feta cheese, is a favorite snack. In Chania, Kalatsunia, a pastry filled with Mazithra cheese and honey, is a must-try. Wash it down with a frappe, the frothy iced coffee that is the national drink of Greece. Want to stand in the market, listen to the vendors' cries, and taste the food that makes your heart sing? In Rhodes, Pitaridia stalls sell deep-fried chickpea cakes, served with lemon, a quintessential island street food. Greek cuisine is more than just food, it's love, the way the people invite you into their hearts. Greece is not just for exploring, it is for protecting, for loving. In Zakynthos, join the Kareta Turtle Conservation Tour, helping to protect the nests on Lagana's beach. Imagine releasing a baby turtle into the sea, watching it swim awkwardly towards the ocean, carrying the hope of an entire species. Would you like to be part of that story? In Crete, organic farms in Chania invite you to pick olives, press oil, and learn how to live in harmony with nature. Smell the ripe olives, listen to farmers talk about the 1,000-year-old olive tree. Do you want to make a bottle of oil yourself to take home? In Meteora, conservation projects preserve monastery mosaics, and you can take a workshop restoring Byzantine art. Want to hold a paintbrush, touch glittering gold, and feel history come to life? On small islands like Naxos, stay in traditional stone houses, eat Griviera cheese made by farmers, and learn to weave carpets with ancient patterns. Sit next to a weaver, listen to her tell her story about her family through each thread, and feel the heart of Greece. In Paros, coral reef conservation projects invite you to scuba dive, clean up trash, and learn about ecosystems. These experiences are not only fun, but also preserve Greek culture and nature. Want to tread lightly so that the land of the gods will always shine? Can you hear the whispers of the gods echoing through time? In Greece, myths are more than stories, they are the breath of the earth, alive in every stone and wave. Imagine yourself standing on Delos, the sacred island where Apollo and Artemis were born. The ancient pillars tilt in the sun, telling of the light and music that Apollo brought. Would you dare touch the stones and feel the pulse of myth? In Crete, the cave of Dictyon, where Zeus was hidden by his mother Rhea from his father Kronos, still echoes with the wind like a lullaby of the gods. Would you like to enter the cave, smell the damp earth, and hear the story of the supreme god? Greek mythology lives on in our lives today. In Athens, people name their children Ariadne or Theseus, as if to convey their heroic spirit. A fisherman in Naxos says that on stormy nights, Ariadne's shadow still appears on the beach, looking for Theseus. Do you believe that mythology still watches over you? In Rhodes, the Colossus statue has long since fallen, but people still point to the Mandrake Bay, where Helios once stood, as a reminder of the immortal sunlight. Stories of Icarus, Hercules, and Medusa are learned in school, like a flame passed from generation to generation. Mythology is also hidden in the landscape. In Santorini, people believe that the caldera is the mark of the battle between the Titans. Do you see the waves telling the story of that battle? In tavernas, Homeric poems are recited, reliving the Odyssey. Greece is a place where mythology never sleeps. It invites you to step in and become part of its immortal story. Do you dare to continue writing your own legend in this land? Greece is more than a country, it is a dream, an epic of blue seas, ancient temples, and Sirtaki. From the majestic Acropolis, the sparkling waves of Santorini, to the scent of souvlaki and the glow of Easter candles, Greece is where you live, love, and find sunshine in your heart. You will touch the marble, hear the bouzouki wrestle, smell the ripe olives, and dance under the moonlight. Greece is not in books, it lives inside you, in every heartbeat, every breath. If you can't get there right away, start with a plate of homemade souvlaki, listen to a rebetiko, or dream about Athena. Each small step is a piece of your journey. Greece is a dream waiting for you to continue writing. Do you dare to touch the land of the gods? Let the Aegean sunshine awaken your heart. Get up, take a deep breath, let the scent of the sea and olives guide you, and start your journey to Greece today.